We begin our tour of Israel with the Upper Galilee area. First stop, Chorazim. This is an ancient city, or what's left of it, that dates back to about the 4th or 5th century. These are ruins, but they're fairly well preserved, and you see a lot of very interesting things here. These ritual baths are very important because this is where people went to get cleansed before they went to the temple. This is the synagogue, which would have been the center of everything in this town. There's a lot more remaining here, including some of the intricate stone carving.
Out with the old, in with the new. Out with the old, in with the new. I think you call that spring cleaning. And what happened actually when you came in a little bit late, so when the pastor was in the church and he's busy waving his finger.
Now let's take a look at the places where people actually lived. If you look at this line along the side, everything below that's original, everything above it is recreation. But these are the actual houses that people built of stone. Inside that stone kept these buildings fairly well climate controlled, especially during the very hot summers. Our next stop, Tel Hazor National Park. This is an extensive archaeological dig. They think that over the centuries, more than 20 different cities have sat on this site.
This is his major.
They think this gate goes back to Solomon's time because it has 4 chambers, and that's typical of architecture of that era. Those 4 chambers represent 4 different levels of security. We saw a number of cool things here, but none of them cooler than this deep hole in the ground that took you down to where the water table was. And yes, you could walk all the way down. On the subject of water, these are the headwaters of the Jordan River. This is a park called Tel Dan, and we're very close here to the border with Lebanon. There's also still water, and some experts think this could be the still water that helped inspire David to write the 23rd Psalm. And more impressive ruins. This wall dates back to the 9th century BC. Also part of it, this courtyard. And recently discovered, this wall with an entryway that dates back to the 18th century BC. Now into the once off-limits Golan Heights. Now this site was developed by the Romans and dedicated to their gods. But this pagan site is where Peter made his great profession of faith.
All right, thank you.
Now it's time to stop for lunch, and this time we're definitely going local. Sorry, I can't tell you the name of this place, but at least that Coke logo's familiar. Or is it? On the menu for lunch, a local treat called Lebany. Defer the verdict.
Very good. Big flat pita of some sort with liquid goat cheese, a little olive oil with hyssop. Fold it up, wrapped in paper.
We wrap the day up with a view into Syria through a valley that looks peaceful, but certainly isn't. There are thousands of troops on both sides and many tanks.